Under the vast sky of Hebron, Elian, a youthful shepherd, is immersed in a symphony of solitude and spirituality. With each note from his reed flute, Elian weaves a tapestry of melody and devotion, his serene face a canvas of whispered prayers. In the quietude of the hills, Elian's humble nature is revealed. Under an ominous sky, shadows stretch across the hills of Hebron as a fierce wind stirs the valley. In the heart of the storm, Elian hears a commanding voice calling his name, an invisible force crackling in the air. The echo of a voice resonates. Elian, an inescapable call to destiny in the gathering storm. On the hills of Hebron, Elian collapses, his face a canvas of stark terror. A voice booms across the landscape, commanding, "Go to the city of Neril and deliver a message of repentance." The words resonate as Elian's eyes reflect a mix of dread and reluctant obedience. Elian embarks on a solitary journey towards Neril, leaving behind the tranquil embrace of his familiar hills. As days blur into one another, the landscape transforms into an arid and ominous expanse, mirroring the uncertainty of Elian's quest. The once peaceful hills fade into memory, replaced by a foreboding terrain that hints at the trials awaiting Elian in Neril. Elian arrives at Neril, a city of towering walls and blatant displays of wealth, where injustice and suffering reign supreme. He witnesses firsthand the stark contrast between opulence and poverty, a visual assault on the senses that underscores the city's moral decay. The city's impoverished inhabitants bear the weight of injustice, their suffering a silent scream against the backdrop of Neril's glittering facade. In the heart of the bustling city square, Elian stands as a solitary figure, his voice resonating with fervent intensity, cutting through the urban noise. With eyes ablaze and gestures impassioned, Elian's urgent plea pierces the indifference of the masses. "Turn back from your wicked ways, people of Neril." His voice booms across the square, a stark warning echoing against the indifference of the city. "I speak of your hollow hearts and the impending judgment that awaits." In the heart of the city square, Elian is besieged by a sea of jeering faces, their contempt a palpable force. Stones rain down, each impact a stark reminder of the crowd's animosity. Yet Elian remains unyielding. Tears carve paths through the grime on Elian's face, yet his voice remains unbroken, a beacon of defiance amidst the storm. Under the cloak of night, the winds awaken with a terrifying force, heralding a cataclysmic storm upon the doomed city of Neril. Heaven's fury unleashes, as thunder splits the sky, and a torrential downpour engulfs the defenseless city. The river Eliat, swollen with relentless rain, breaches its banks, threatening to drown Neril in its watery embrace. Within the temple of Neril, pandemonium erupts as desperate souls surge inward, their cries echoing pleas for sanctuary. Clutching at the priest's robes, the people beg for deliverance, their hopes hanging by a thread in this moment of utter despair. The priests stand paralyzed, their expressions mirroring the terror, helpless to offer solace or guidance in the face of encroaching doom. Panic descends like a suffocating shroud, its icy grip squeezing the last vestiges of hope from the hearts of the temple's inhabitants. On the outskirts of Neril, a lone figure kneels in prayer, defying the fury of a raging storm. The wind screams, yet Elian remains steadfast, his devotion unwavering in the face of nature's wrath. His silhouette cuts a striking image against the tempestuous sky, a beacon of faith amidst the chaos. On the outskirts of Neril, a sea of desperate faces surrounds Elian as the weight of their pleas fills the air. In a chorus of anguish, the people of Neril beg Elian for forgiveness, their voices echoing with regret and a desperate longing for salvation. With hearts laid bare, they implore Elian to intercede with his God, their voices rising in a unified cry for mercy, acknowledging their utter dependence on his grace. The people of Neril declare, "Elian, please, we were wrong. We mocked you. We scorned your beliefs. Forgive us." The people of Neril cry out, "Pray to your God, Elian. Plead for our salvation. Neril is doomed without your help." In a final plea, the people of Neril beg, "Have mercy on us, Elian. We are at your mercy." On the outskirts of Neril, Elian's solitary figure stands silhouetted against the vast sky, a beacon of resilience in a desolate landscape. With arms raised towards the heavens, Elian's face is etched with desperation, a raw display of hope against impending doom. In a moment of fervent prayer, Elian implores, "Lord, show mercy to the people of Neril, not for my sake, but for the sake of your great name." In a sudden moment of divine intervention, the storm abruptly ends, as sunlight bathes the city of Neril. The land is reborn under the radiant light. A wave of divine intervention washes over the city. In the radiant expanse of the city of Neril, its denizens bow in unison, their hearts heavy with repentance. A wave of remorse washes over the city as the people come to terms with their past. An atmosphere of profound awe descends as the power of the Lord is recognized. From the ashes of despair, Neril arises, a city reborn on the pillars of justice and compassion. In a profound shift, the famished find sustenance, and the downtrodden are raised to stand tall. Neril undergoes a metamorphosis, blossoming into a beacon of righteousness, its light piercing through the shadows of the past. Elian, now known as Elian the Stormbearer, returns to the hills of Hebron, his shepherd's cloak now a symbol of prophecy. The distant melody of a flute echoes through the hills, a haunting reminder of his spiritual journey and enduring presence. In the tranquil embrace of the hills, Elian the Stormbearer stands as a beacon of hope, his very presence a testament to transformation and resilience.